What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Spectrum Show. My name is Spencer, this is Sean, and this is Jackson, and we've got another incredible episode for you guys to enjoy today.
Yeah, Spencer, in this episode we'll be reviewing a film that wasn't originally part of our content slate, specifically Paramount's recently released Gladiator II. You'll also finally get to witness Dom Zullo's performance that we've been waiting for since September. We had to push that back a bit.
Also, I'd suggest you all stay until the end of the video, because we'll finally be revealing details regarding our highly anticipated December episode, which we are dubbing the Spectrum Show Holiday Spectacular.
So that being said, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll dive right into our Spectrum of Opinions discussion.
Hold on, Spencer. You do realize me and Sean just haven't seen Gladiator II, right?
I ain't seen it.
Oh. That's
it's
not good.
It was a last-minute change. How are we supposed to review a film?
We had to see more important things, like Red 1.
No, we had to see Red 1.
Oh,
we're
man.
not reviewing that, by the way.
Thank God.
But anyway, but I'm glad you both asked, because I might have a solution to this problem.
Well, what's this? Well, what is it?
Hey, Donnie, you want to join the Spectrum Show? Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We are the cast of the Spectrum Show, and it is time for our surprise Spectrum of Opinions discussion. This time we'll be reviewing Paramount's recently released blockbuster film, Gladiator II. However, I'm not going to be reviewing it with Jackson or Sean, but rather our newest member of the Spectrum Show team. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm, spectromatic welcome to our new director, Donnie. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me on the show, Spencer.
Of course. So I need to ask you, let's start off this discussion with the almighty question of, what were your spectrum of opinions on Gladiator II? Like, what did you enjoy about it? What was your overall opinion of it?
Well, overall, I thought that it was pretty expansive. Of course, Ridley Scott brings out the epicness of the movie,
100%.
like lots of like impressive set pieces and action sequences. However, I felt like the story felt too similar to the original Gladiator movie, with some exceptions. And if you've seen the original Gladiator movie, you can pretty much piece together how this one is going to go about, except for a few notable exceptions. I won't give too much away.
No, feel free to give too much away. That's what we do here.
Okay, fair
enough.
enough.
Honestly, like, this was, I couldn't agree more with that statement. Like, I thought that the story was very similar to the first one, but granted, that's not a bad thing in this case. But I do also think that there were some added elements in there that kind of made it its own at the same time. But maybe it's just me, but I had a hard time following this film. It was a little confusing, and I was like, I don't know who is who, and, well, by character name, of course, but also I don't know exactly what's happening. We got there eventually, though, but once I realized, like, it was very similar to the first film. So, do you want to actually explain the story, if you want to?
Let's see. So I'm absolutely terrible at character names, but like just as a recap of the original Gladiator, if you've seen it, the little boy in that movie, who's the main character of this movie, who's an adult, played
Lucius
by
Verus.
Yeah.
And that's,
who's the actor's name again? I forget. He's super popular.
Paul Mescal.
Yes, Paul Mescal. Like, so he plays the little boy who's now an adult, and
Who did fantastic, by the way.
yeah, and he's mourning the death of his wife, who gets killed early on in the movie. Spoiler alert. And very much like Russell Crowe's character, he's out to just get revenge, pretty much.
Yeah, much like Maximus.
Yeah. And just generally, and he becomes like, he's enslaved as a gladiator because like the Romans invade, take him as a slave, he's sold as a gladiator, and is purchased by Denzel Washington's character.
Yeah, which I believe, I don't know much about the history, but I think there was a black emperor at some point in actual history. I don't remember when or if the specifics about it, though, but my dad, who's like really into history, he told me that at one point. Mm-hmm. So I think there is some historical accuracy to that. Mm-hmm. But as you're mentioning with Paul Mescal, the cast is absolutely insane in this film. You got Pedro Pascal, who's another incredible actor. You have Denzel, who you mentioned earlier, Denzel, pretty iconic. You also have Connie Nielsen, who is returning from the first film as the mother of Lucius. I don't know the actors who played the twins, because they honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, they were one of my least favorite parts of the film. Like, I feel like they were just comically evil for the sake of being comically evil, if that makes sense. I mean, granted, it's a Roman epic, so I get why they did that, but it just...
I felt like they were like characters out of a Disney movie, but with insane amounts of gore.
Yeah, I feel like they were just too psychotic, yeah.
Yeah, but one of them did have a monkey, though, so that's a plus.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of monkey, but anyways, I feel like they were just constantly in the way, and they were kind of, I guess irritating is the word I'd say, but that's even kind of a harsh word to put it. You think that's okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but I think Denzel was a better villain from the start, I think. And who else was in it? I mean, there were one thing I actually did like a lot about this film is that they actually made a lot of callbacks to the first film. There was,
Yeah, especially the opening credit sequence.
and there was some flashbacks as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
the opening credits were fantastic in this film. Like it was like a very, like almost painted kind of flowing paint.
like a
kind
recap of the first movie.
Yeah, and it was very well done, honestly. And I'm so glad they added a little recap because this is like what almost 20 years after the first
24
one?
years.
24
Oh,
years.
well, like it canonically in the movie, it's 16 years after the original.
Yeah, let's say
one.
it was 16 years, which is crazy to think about that it's been that long. But technically it's 24 in our time.
Yeah.
But like, here's actually a very interesting question that I don't think we need. Actually, I think we do need to ask this: was the sequel necessary?
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Like-
But is it? But do you think it's still good though?
Do I think that it's good? I'd say that it has good moments.
Yeah, but
I'm personally around the middle. Like I think it's mid to use the
Yeah, I think-
the phrase.
yeah, I think it was unnecessary, but it was quality. It was somewhat quality, or a little bit of quality.
Yeah, I don't think the movie was bad.
It definitely wasn't bad. That much I can guarantee you. But honestly, like, I'm starting to wonder if Ridley Scott made the right decision here. Like, yes, he'd been talking about a Gladiator 2 for a very long time, but after seeing this, I can see how it's a natural story progression, but I just don't feel like it was that necessary. Like, I think the first one ended perfectly. I think.
You know what? It's actually interesting because if I wanted a Gladiator 2, I'd want it to be like about his spoiler alert for the first Gladiator, about his friend who lives at the end. Like
that's
played by the
right.
black gentleman who's
Yeah,
in Guardians
yeah.
of the Galaxy. Like, cause like at the end
Oh,
of the movie, he's
Simon
leaving the
Hansu.
Coliseum. Yeah, to find his own family. So like
That's actually a very
that, like
that's more
the movie would lead directly in because like the movie ends with him. So like the sequel could theoretically the alternate universe sequel could end with him could start with him leaving
I
the
actually like.
Coliseum.
I would have liked that a lot more. Actually, I think that would have been a bit more interesting.
Mhm.
And honestly, like, and also, I remember it's like a 2.5 hour film. It's weird because I thought it was gonna be 3 hours or something like that, but I guess that's close enough. But honestly, I wasn't as thrilled as I wanted to be. Honestly, but that being said, we were talking about this off camera, but I think this film definitely had better action than the first film. I would say.
Yeah, much lots of much gorier action.
Oh,
as well.
definitely, yeah. That's another thing I want to point out to the viewers. This thing is for mature audiences only. It's very rated R. But then again, Roman Empire, what do you expect?
Yeah.
But honestly, it was very dark, very gory, and a lot of bloodshed.
Mhm.
But honestly, yeah, I just don't think this was I like the film. I don't think it was that necessary. So I don't know where I'm gonna. If this is one of my favorite films of the year, it's probably on towards the bottom of that list. I'm gonna have to knock it down a couple pegs here.
Probably. It wasn't one of the worst movies. Of
It
the
definitely
year, I don't
wasn't the
think.
worst film, but it also wasn't the best either. It's probably somewhere in the middle, lower to middle area, I'd say. But
I wouldn't say it takes anything away from the original film though.
oh, definitely doesn't. I mean, but compared to something like I don't know, other films that took years to get off the ground and get released this year, because we had a lot of films this year that were there were a lot of older franchises than films you had Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire was a film that I didn't think was needed to be made, but it was fun. Deadpool & Wolverine was amazing, and that took 6 years.
Alien Romulus.
Alien Romulus was great. Yeah, I didn't see that, unfortunately. Twisters was supposed to be really good, apparently. But honestly, I just don't think this film was as necessary as the others, I don't think. I think Gladiator 1 is perfect as is, and
It's also hard to compete. It's a Best Picture winning movie.
that is true. That is a very good point, yeah. And I think Ridley Scott made a very interesting decision, but it wasn't entirely a bad one. I think it was just maybe an unnecessary one. So, is there anything else we want to say before we wrap this up?
Let's see. This is coming out the same weekend as Wicked, so this is the Glicked weekend.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
And I actually have not. I plan on seeing Wicked maybe next weekend, so we'll see if that actually anything changes about that, and see if Wicked Part 1 is actually any better than this. Which a lot of people Jackson and Sean are actually going to see that movie tonight, so maybe it will be better. We'll see.
Yeah, and this is Wicked Part 1. There's going to be a second Wicked movie coming out. So
I think it's next year too.
Yeah.
So I think we're about done here for our Spectrum of Opinions discussion. However, don't go anywhere because next up we have the performance you've all been waiting since September for from my friend Dom. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Spectrum Show, everyone. It's time for another incredible performance. Our musical guest tonight is a very close friend of ours who's been on the show a couple of times before, actually. Once for a performance during the pilot season and another time for an interview. So that being said, performing a rendition of Disturbed's cover of The Sound of Silence, please make some noise for Dom Zullo.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly speaking left the seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. Beneath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my color to the cold and damp. When my eyes were dead by the flash of a neon light that stilled the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People talking without speaking. Writing songs that voices never shared. And no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said you do not know. Silence like a cancer grow. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, silence raindrops fell and echoed in the sounds of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the silence in the world that was forming. Then the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, in tenement halls, and whispered for the sound of silence. Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. We're the cast of the Spectrum Show, and it's time to talk about something that we've been planning all year, that being our December episode, the Spectrum Show Holiday Special, hubbubaloo, whatever you want to call it. And now Spencer is gonna, give us all the details. Take it away.
Yeah, so basically this is an episode that we have been planning for a very long time. Like, I think it's literally been like a year in the making at this point. Like,
Almost a year.
yeah, almost a year in the making. But like we've had the whole team here at Access Framingham like like we've all gotten together to work on this, and we're really trying to make this one of the biggest things we've ever done for a small channel.
I mean, most of what I've been doing is going over stuff for our best of year.
Yeah, but more on that in a minute. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a bunch of really fun things that we wouldn't normally get to do on a traditional Spectrum Show episode, because usually these episodes are like 30 minutes to like 45 minutes tops or something.
You know, they're that, yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, we're going to be extending that to maybe around a couple hours, maybe even 3 hours. It's going to be a 3-hour episode, and we're actually going to, we originally said we were going to do it live, but we're actually not going to do it live because it just going to create so much more
That's
problems.
logistically just very cumbersome.
Exactly. It's logistically very difficult, and we figured a pre-recorded episode. Maybe we could air it live as a pre-recorded thing, though. But honestly, it's going to be really, really fun. We're going to be doing... It's actually... I haven't told anyone this yet, but it's actually going to be not one thing. It's going to be a 2-part episode, actually, because we have the main episode, which we're going to be doing some fun stuff on, and we're going to be more on that in a minute. But part 2 will be, I think, the week after. We're going to film that, and we're going to be doing something we've never thought we'd say we'd be doing, an award show, the Spectrum Show Best of 2024 awards, basically. So we're going to be covering, well, actually, I'll get to that in a minute because we're going to talk about the actual holiday special itself. So as we previously noted, we're going to be doing reviews for Kraven the Hunter and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which are like our latter of which is like our most anticipated film of the year, pretty much. Arguably.
It's up there for me.
It's definitely up there, yeah. It's one that we've been waiting.
You know, I'm on a Sonic kick with all my friends now. I've been trying to work my way through Shadow Generations in between a couple other games.
Well, and that's actually a good segue because I've actually been, for those of you who follow us on Twitch, I've actually been streaming that game, and I'm trying to complete it so I can get through Shadow Generations, actually, because I didn't beat the original game, but it was very solid, honestly.
I beat Sonic Generations a while ago. I'm not really replaying it. I'm more focused on Shadow.
Fair enough.
And all the other games I'm playing.
Yeah, but I've never completed the first one, so that's one. Anyway, but basically we're going to be doing a bunch of fun stuff aside from that, because we're going to do like a trivia game. I think we're going to do. We're going to do some other little fun games. We're going to be doing like a little culinary special, I think, which is like we're going to get some local businesses in, and they're going to show us some of their recipes, that like holiday-esque recipes. So it's going to be very holiday-inspired, very fun. We're also going to have a musical performance from a friend of mine, and he's going to be doing he's actually going to do an original Christmas song. Yes, you heard that right. An original Christmas song. And this dude, I swear, his voice will make you say, "Good Lord, have mercy on us." I'm not even joking. Like, he is easily one of the best vocalists I've ever heard. Like, he's that comparable to that of a Broadway singer.
What you're saying is he should be topping the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah, sure, basically. But I mean, he writes original stuff. He produces. He's really a talent, unlike any I've ever seen before. And he's gonna be coming in that day, and he's gonna be wrapping up the show. And we might also talk about a little bit more about season 2 and what the updated plans are. And I think, other than that, it's gonna be it's just gonna be a lengthier episode of the Spectrum Show, and it's gonna be, but a lot more fun, I'd say, because like this is something that we've been preparing for a long time, and we have a little surprise at the end, other than the performance. Actually, I'm hopefully gonna talk to some people about it, but we have in the spirit of holiday giving, we might have a little surprise for some guests that we have in store.
All right.
Because we actually it's probably just gonna be me, Jackson, and Sean on camera all at once, I'd say, because we originally wanted to have my original co-host Max back, but he unfortunately is unavailable during that time, so sorry about that, guys. I mean, I tried to get him, but he just wasn't available, but it's okay. We can do it with just the 3 of us, I think.
Yeah. And
honestly, like, I'm really looking forward to this one. We're gonna be cutting it close with the reviews, because we're actually gonna be I'm gonna be watching the Game Awards the night we should be going to Craven. So we're probably gonna go to Craven at like maybe that Friday opening day or Saturday, maybe. Does that work for you guys?
I think so.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and then Sonic Movie 3, depending on where because they just announced a fan event for it, I think. So if we're able to get tickets to that, depending on where it is, will you guys be open to doing that?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll definitely be going to those, and then we'll be getting all in on the holiday special. So we hope you guys are excited for that, and
do you want to say anything more about the awards?
Oh yeah, the awards. So that's actually a good point. So with the award show, we're actually going to do something a little bit different, actually. Because usually with award shows, they narrow it down to like a set list, like 6 or 7 nominees. We're going to be doing a lot more than that. We're going to be throwing out if it's good this year, it's getting nominated. Even some stuff that probably is a little early to be nominating, but we'll see. But you'll see, we're going to probably film that episode maybe early to mid-December, I'd say. So you guys will have the information before the special releases. And you'll probably be able to vote for nominees maybe the day it comes out, which will probably be like a week before or the Spectrum Show holiday special happens. So I'll keep you guys posted on that, and I'm going to be really, just say it, I'm really happy with the way the nominees turned out.
Yeah, no, we did a lot of revising.
We did so much.
Yeah, no,
so much
I thought I thought when we first got our list down that it was pretty set, but the last fourth of this year has just been a nonstop barrage of good stuff.
Yeah, it's been like really constant good stuff this year. Like this year has been one of the best years for movies in my opinion.
It's a great year for games. It's a great year for like all sorts of things, anime, comics, what have you.
Yeah, and that being said, actually, it's not just movies, TV, and games we're nominating. It's also going to be music. It's going to be web content, anime, manga, comics, sports. Like it's going to be a big melting pot of all the forms of entertainment. So that's what I think is going to be really exciting about it, is that it's not just the stuff we've done, it's everything. And I think that's going to be really exciting for people. So everyone will have something to enjoy, and we'll post it. We're probably going to make a public Google form about that where you can vote for the nominees. Maybe a special website, maybe.
All right.
We'll see what we can do, but we hope you guys look forward to that. The nominees will probably be revealed early to mid-December, so stay tuned to our social pages for that. So we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, guys, I think we had another fantastic episode. What do you guys think?
I couldn't agree more. And, of course, special thanks to Dom for doing that incredible performance for us. Please give him a round of applause. He so deserves it.
Yeah, 100%.
So that being said, we hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as we did making it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, a friendly comment, share this episode with your family and friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the content we put out.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Threads, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitch. Join our Discord server, the Spectrum Show, the official server, and become a member on Patreon for just $1 a month. We can get access to exclusive content you can't find anywhere else.
One last thing, Spencer. We will also be making a Blue Sky account soon, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to post it on one of our other socials.
Yes, and we should hopefully have some more Patreon content coming to you in the next couple of days, maybe even weeks for that matter. Anyway, so
I have plans.
I bet you do. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching. And until the Spectrum Show Holiday Spectacular,
Good night, everybody!